mean, just, I mean, I know what you're thinking, because I had two daughters too. They had no idea where they were going to end up. But they, they went to good school. No, but it's when you talk to them now, it's like they're both very successful.
Yeah.
Life is good, but we have the same kind of talks, and they just kind of went, I don't know, everybody's so stupid. I'm like, well, that's the wrong attitude.
Yeah.
Everybody's not stupid. You get to deal with people, so figure out how to deal with people. If you can manage the people part of it, the rest of it's pretty freaking easy. You just got to get along. Okay. But it's easy for us to say. That same thing. How old are you right now? Can I get?
55.
55.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go back 25 years.
Okay.
25 years ago, do you remember what you were thinking about the future?
Well, second kid was on the way, so they were the future.
Yeah. How am I going to get through this?
Yeah.
How is this going to happen?
Well, just started her business in 2004, so that would be 20-something years ago, 22.
Yeah. So you had kids, and then you had to start a business.
Well,
because of the kids, or because it was
in
time?
a weird way, yeah, because she was working for a major company in our industry locally, and 2004 was a lot different than 2026. There was no working from home.
Yeah.
That wasn't that's called sick day.
Right.
And when she was pregnant, during her pregnancy, she asked her boss, like, hey, I want to come into the office 3 days a week, and then I want to be home 2 days a week with my child. That's important to me.
Yeah.
And they're like, nope. She's like, I can do this whole job from here.
Yeah.
And they just flat out refused. It was against company policy. The headquarters were in Boston.
Yeah.
And so she was having dinner with one of her big clients at Verizon and was telling them, like, this doesn't make sense. I can do this job from my house, that's weird thinking back then.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'll tell you what, I got a boatload of work coming in.
Yeah.
You hang your own
It's a pleasant 66 degrees at the Nino Cantu Athletic Complex as we welcome all tuning in on NBC Sports Engine Play for some USL2 soccer. Bigfoot FC travel west from Maple Valley to face the West Seattle Junction. The last time these two teams met was over a month ago. Bigfoot took a 2-0 lead into halftime, but a Shaw Nishizawa own goal and a 90th minute goal by Rafael Lucio salvaged a point for the Junction. Now, West Seattle comes into this one in 5th place, but just 1 point off of Tacoma in 4th. Bigfoot's previous draw with the Junction proved to be one of just 5 points earned so far. They sit bottom of the table in 8th. So we welcome you inside the broadcast booth. Oscar Lopez on the mic, alongside, some might say, the hero of USA's 2-0 win over Luxembourg in October of 1980, Tony Caputo. And I'll start by asking you this. The Junction are now mathematically eliminated from playoff contention, but they also aren't quite so far down that they're fighting for the humiliation of last place. They're trying to fight that off. If you're head coach Mike Mata, what else is there to get from this season? And how do you motivate your players to work for that?
Well, hopefully they've been talking about it throughout the season. You can't find yourself in a spot like this and then suddenly change something. You've got to have instilled the belief in the players. You have to give them purpose. It's funny you brought up the national team, and I had a coach once when I have an A license, coaching license,
right.
And it is pretty high level stuff. You're working hopefully with semi-pros and all this stuff.
I think that probably put you technically at a higher level than either of the coaches out here.
Well,
at least as far as licensing.
Anyway, one of the things that a staff coach who was working with us was saying, the truth is your job is to make players. The only team that has to win is the national team. Everybody else is in a learning experience. So as a coach, if you're doing the national team, win. It doesn't matter how you do it. If you have to flog the referees, you do it. If you have to deflate the balls like Tom Brady, you do it. Whatever you have to do, you do to win. But everybody below the national team, it's a training opportunity. And you're supposed to be teaching players to prepare them for the next level. So if this coach has been doing his job, it doesn't matter what the score is. It doesn't matter what the standings are. You just play, and you play because you love to play and you want to get better and you want the team to do well.
Yeah, and that makes sense considering this is a semi-pro or officially a pre-professional league. If you're a club like Ballard, you have a little more riding on success than a club like Bigfoot, or on the men's side at least, a club like West Seattle. I think they want to build that culture of winning, but they haven't quite gotten there in the same way the women's team has with the Roadies, where they sort of became a contender off the jump. Mm-hmm. Junction haven't done so quite yet. This is their 3rd season, and for the 3rd season running, they will not be in the playoffs. However, at this point last year, they hadn't won a game. Mm-hmm. Now they've won 3. Hopefully they can do what they did last year and win their last 4 games in a row. And if they do so, that could push them all the way up to 3rd place, especially if they beat Portland in their last game of the season, who do currently sit in 3rd place with 11 points more than the Junction. So obviously they need some help. But there's still plenty to play for. I mean, you talk about the most important thing here is development. These players they have their own reasons for playing. Some are in college, some are about to be in college, some are a little older. But they will, I'm sure, draw motivation from the league and its standings. And if you have a chance of getting 3rd and especially finishing with a winning record, or at least breaking even, they need 3 wins to break even and no losses.
Well, it's tough, again, because winning seems so important. But as a coach, if you put everything on winning, you don't have anything to fall back on, because anything less than a win is failure. And when you're working with players, it's really hard to do. It's really hard to do, and especially when you're dealing with young players. But, even a professional game, if it's ugly soccer and you win, people don't come. I mean, they just don't come to the games.
I don't know. People went to the Arsenal games this year.
Were they bad?
Don't get me started. Don't get me started. But I guess, that's a team with decades upon decades of history and following.
Well, and history is another thing. That's one of the downsides of the league that we're in.
It is quite new.
The players don't you don't have the same team, so you don't get to build a culture.
Right.
And the coaches probably turn over pretty quick 'cause they all want to move up the ladder as well. And so every year it's like a new jump ball. You've just got to start from there. Arsenal has had 100 years of history that they can fall back on. And that makes a big difference when you're a club, when you're a fan. It's pretty tough, actually. When I look at these players, I'm like, that's a tough situation. You don't know where you'll be next year, but you give everything you've got, and the coach has to convince the players it's worth giving.
Yeah, these teams rotate a huge amount in the offseason and rotate a decent amount during the season. I mean, they have really big squads, these teams, like right around the 40-player mark. That keeps changing. People keep showing up late from school, so if you went to tryouts and you got in the squad in the first week, then, for instance, Osato Inabulele comes back from the University of Washington. Well, he's a great player, so he's going to get in. So then that person's out, and, you don't really know what happened. It is tough. Like, there's a lot of moving parts here, and with college and everything, it's quite challenging. We're going to break here. Now for the starting 11 from the visitors, PLU's Landon Gordon gets the nod between the sticks. The back four is Kamau, Hoff, Nishizawa, and Sexton. Joint top scorer for Bigfoot, Chase Potter, is in midfield alongside Santa Marina and Swartout. The other joint top scorer is Jagger Judkins. He plays up top with Ignacio Brandon and Reese Foote. And on the West Seattle side, Lucas Martin continues in the net for the Junction. Center backs are unchanged for the two that have pretty much been the rock for this team all season, Connor O'Keefe and Sean Brune. Richard Conces continues as a fullback after putting in a good shift in West Seattle's last home match. Fullback on the other side is Ryan Hallstrom. Teague McCammon, London Fenster, and Osato Inabulele are the three in midfield. And no Alex Mejia means the front three is Marcus Bravo, Guerrero, and West Seattle Junction's top goal scorer with 4, Taisei Iida. So, West Seattle with an opportunity to make it 4 wins on the season and start their 4-game home stretch, final 4-game home stretch off strong. Bigfoot looking to get a tough result away from home and hopefully battle to not finish in last place this year. They avoided it the previous year, getting second to last, 15 points, a hefty 8 points clear of Tacoma at the bottom, who have improved on last year's performance by a lot, up into 4th place, the Tacoma Stars. West Seattle just 1 point behind them. They're looking to overtake them, especially considering 2 of West Seattle's 3 wins on the season have come up against Tacoma. So we are almost ready to get underway. Nice color contrast for those viewing. West Seattle will be in the all-white, kicking from right to left. Bigfoot in the all-black, kicking from left to right.
Well, we're missing Mejia this game. Last game we won 2-1. So whatever the tactical changes, because in the first game that I saw Mejia play, he was our target player, and like a tent pole, we hit him and players ran off and then looked for the through balls and such off of that. I wonder if, this because it was an away game, if we had a chance, did we just replace a tent pole with another tent pole, or did we go to a different tactical scheme?
Different. Mejia's not, with this squad that's kind of built around him.
Yes.
It's not the type of player that you replace. I think Mata will have an easier time just switching things up a little bit. I am curious, though, to see who plays through the middle for West Seattle. It really always has been Mejia, my time here. We'll see. It could be Bravo through the middle. Iida will be the focal point going forward as Bigfoot get us underway. But I'm not sure that necessarily means he will be at the center forward. And he gets an opportunity early down the left-hand side. Taisei Iida held up for the moment by Huff. Iida cuts inside, feeds it forward into Fenster. He's got a ball over the top. But the flag is up on Conces. Made his run a little bit too early, but a nice early chance for West Seattle.
It's a great third-player run. You know, those third-player runs around the goal area open things up, and it's just amazing what happens when you do that at speed.
Pressure applied by West Seattle, picked up in midfield by McCammon. Bravo leaves it for Conces, a bit of a heavy touch. It allowed the center back to get to it. It was Landon Sexton, and then the eventual shot is skewed well wide by McCammon.
We've got good speed. We're playing with a lot of pressure and intensity right now. I think I think Bigfoot thought it was going to be a slower game. I don't know why, but they are kind of a speed less than we are, I would say, a gear less. Let's see if they even have another speed here.
Turns out it is not Conces at fullback. It is Enrique Guerrero. Over on this, well, I guess it would be the far side for the cameras. Here's Fenster. Conces. And O'Keefe will hoist it long, looking for the run of Osato Inabulele. Finds Fenster, one of the players that came with head coach Mike Mata from Bellevue Athletic. Found a pretty consistent spot in this team, Lyndon Fenster. Everett Community College, and here's a ball over the top for Guerrero. He puts in a cross towards Bravo. In the end, too close to the goalkeeper, Gordon. And it looks like it will be Marcus Bravo operating through the middle for West Seattle.
We're finding a lot of space out there, not only in the middle of the field, but in the outside, too. It's very interesting.
Sexton under pressure from Fenster. Gets it forward for Bigfoot. Cutting inside is Ignacio Brandon. His pass towards Judkins, intercepted by Hallstrom. Here's Iida. Bigfoot will be well aware of the threat he provides. He's forced all the way back, but will win Junction to throw it.
You know, it's really interesting when one team starts fast. The most interesting thing is to see how long it takes the other team to pick up speed. You know, how many balls do they have to get nicked away or have to chase before they go, you know what, we got to speed this game up. And it looks like it didn't take the other team very long. Bigfoot figured it out, 3 minutes, that they got to play a little faster. And they've already started doing that.
Free kick, not a throw-in, pardon me. Sent long by Martin. Closest to Conces, but Only a black shirt there to send it away. Back in again towards Richard Conces. Picked up in midfield by Iñaki Santamaria. And here's Judkins down the right-hand side for Bigfoot. Across comes Brune. He puts in a strong tackle to hold up Santamaria and then win the second ball. Iida back to Hallstrom. Deflected pass. Foot is in the middle, but in the end, he can only commit a foul on the Junction player, and West Seattle will get a free kick to alleviate the pressure.
Ball's really bouncing around out there. It's like the turf is extra hard or the ball's got more air in it than normal. It's really bouncy.
So Martin with 2 free kicks in the last 60 seconds. This one he takes short into Brune. Conces back to Sean Brune. University of Washington teammates with Inabu Lele, formerly of the Tacoma Defiance, and a very local player. Went to school just a couple miles north of here at West Seattle High School.
Don't know not much about the West Seattle High School program. Good?
I don't hear too much about it.
Okay.
I'm not sure it's really that great, but they produce Sean Brune.
Yes, they can produce players.
Can give that can be their trophy, the We Produced Sean Brune trophy. Conces swinging it towards Iida. Header won by Bigfoot. Here is Taisei Iida. Turning one way and then the other. Great move by Iida. Is found Inabulele. Sliding it through. Is he onside? Wouldn't have mattered anyway. The flag does go up.
Third player run again. They've done it 3 times now.
It's a good move.
It's a great move. It's very hard to watch to track that third player because everybody's thinking give and go wall pass stuff. And that third player just kind of comes out of nowhere, it seems like, when you're playing.
Sexton forward. Good first touch in the midfield from Owen Swartout. And a foul is called on Conces, illegally bringing down Inaki Santamaria. Inabulele playing a little bit higher. The presence of Conces and McCammon in midfield. Santamaria into Brandon. Thrown sent forward by Alvin Kamau. Here's Chase Potter, one of Bigfoot's top 2 goal scorers. He finds Tyler Huff, now cutting inside. Was the Bigfoot right fullback. Tried to ping it into Reese Foot. That one's cut out. Good opportunity, though, for Bigfoot down the middle. They've slid it forward looking for Foot. In the end, far too close to Martin. Doesn't even bother using his hands. We'll find Guerrero on the near side.
You know, I kind of like the way that Bigfoot play. I mean, they're very young looking at their roster, but I like the movement they've got in the midfield. We're spreading the ball around, probably looking for more dangerous opportunities, but they look very comfortable on the ball. It's quick movement, like the style of play, actually.
Nabulele trying to flick it on for Bravo. First touch back by Foot, showing too much to Conces, and Junction can break down the middle. Here's Iida, too heavy for Conces. Sexton wins it, goes down, referee says play on. Ping back post by Bravo. Iida again. The offside flag is up. That's 3 in the first 7 minutes on West Seattle.
You're probably wondering what the third player is. It's when 2 players are working together and another player comes out of nowhere to get involved. Why isn't there a 4th player run? The reason is the 3rd player run works. There's no reason to figure out a 4th player run. If you're doing 3rd player runs, the player's always open. You can't get enough players under pressure cover balance.
Swartout, that's a lovely shaped pass in the direction of the right fullback pushing forward. I believe that was Nishizawa who just couldn't quite get there, but the right idea from Swartout.
Swartout, he's a good player. He's played Seattle Pacific.
Mm-hmm. Senior at SPU.
He's a midfielder, obviously. Oops.
Dangerous opportunity here. Martins collided with the forward, and the referee points to the spot. It was Santamaria who got the better of Lucas Martin, and I think That takes me back to a quote from our other broadcaster, Owen Camrose, who's with the AP today. You take the good with the bad from Lucas Martin. You take the reckless challenges with the great saves. And I think, Owen, that might have been an example of taking the bad. And now Lucas Martin will have to make up for his mistake from 12 yards.
Well, Martin just came out very upright. I mean, he just ran through him, basically. There wasn't he didn't come sliding through. He didn't even lower himself. He was very up and down.
I don't think that'll be a very controversial car.
No, it was pretty obvious.
It'll be Jagger Judkins to take the penalty. Joint top scorer for Bigfoot with 2. This an opportunity to make it 3 and give Bigfoot the lead just under 10 minutes in. We'll see if Martin can make up for his mistake. An early chance for 1-0. Judkins from the spot.
Ooh.
Really well taken penalty. Gave Martin the eyes and then calmly rolled it to his other side.
Yeah, he let the goalkeeper dive first. I mean, that takes a lot of courage, as you saw in the game the other day, where there were 2 penalty kicks missed. I can't remember what World Cup game it was, but both players waited for the goalkeeper to dive, but they couldn't change their bodies enough and miss the goal completely. It's not as easy as it looks, by the way. That was a very well taken kick.
Judkins clearly knows what he's doing from there.
Yeah, he really took a chance. Did a good job. Good job. I mean, it was a great penalty. It was a great play. Again, they did a third player run, which is why the player appeared out of nowhere and the goalkeeper stepped forward so fast.
Martin, maybe not feeling too great at the moment after having given away the penalty and then kind of taken the mickey out of by Judkins from the spot.
Well, this is a great talent he has to learn right now. Goalkeepers have to live in the moment.
Bigfoot, very forward thinking in these first 10 minutes. That long ball in the direction of Brandon and Lucas Martin giving him a bit of a shoulder, I think. Maybe just as an opportunity to let out some emotion.
I actually think that the guy was shooting it. I know it looked like a long way. He was 40 yards out. The goalkeeper's out the top of the penalty area. He just didn't connect it. But, I think he was shooting it.
Nabulele, brought down by the chest of Conces, tries to flick it in the direction of Bravo. Cleared only as far as Fenster. His header, again in the direction of Marcus Bravo, is easy for Gordon. So Marcus Bravo, the stand-in center forward for Alex Mejia, not the tallest on the pitch, especially compared to Sexton and Huff. And yet, it seems that West Seattle are kind of sending long balls forward in the way they would for Alex Mejia, someone who wants to bring it down and shield from behind. Marcus Bravo is not that player by stature or by play style. Another long ball from Bigfoot. Foot looked a bit like he was offside. In the end, it will go down the right-hand side for Santa Marina, who is taken out by one of the West Seattle players who seems to have gotten the worst of it. I think that was Brune. In the end, it goes all the way back for center back Samuel Huff of Western Washington University. Scored 2 goals, actually, and got an assist for the Vikings last season from the center back position. I see fires one into Judkins a bit too sharply.
An early goal makes it a lot of fun because the other team's got a lot of confidence, and we have to come back. So this is going to be a lot more fun game than if it was 0-0 at this point, because the Junction are going to want to do something, and the other team's not going. I don't think they're going to sit back. I mean, they're in last place. They get nothing out of staying back and hoping for a 1-0 win.
O'Keefe. Nobody there in white. Header goes the direction of Judkins. Across is Brune to deal with that. Throw and taken quickly. They were looking for Foot. That one was easy for Brune. Hallstrom away. It was Bravo beaten to it by the center back who stopped thinking he was going to get blown up for a handball. Referee said, we'll play advantage until the advantage ran out, and he'll bring it back for a free kick.
Yeah, that's a mental error. That's something you should learn from. I mean, the coach right now should be saying, you don't stop unless the referee blows the whistle. You play 100% of the time. So hopefully that's what the coach is telling him right now.
Well, at this point, I think it's relatively clear that West Seattle needs some adjusting time without Mejia. That's a good ball into Iida. He's got Guerrero down the right-hand side, who again tried to find a cross towards the back post and again showed too much to the goalkeeper. They're in some trouble here. Potter has it taken off of him by Iida. Goes to the byline. Great tackle by Huff. He stayed with Iida the whole time. Then puts in a sliding challenge. No complaints, so I'm pretty sure he got the ball.
Yeah.
Junction still applying the pressure. In the end, it goes out for a throw-in.
It's hard getting up off the ground twice.
He's done well there, Huff.
He spent a lot of time on the ground there. And they don't water this field.
No.
So it's not slippy, slidey time.
Hallstrom goes the direct route and clears that one all the way out for a goal kick.
The Junction is still dangerous. It's just a different style of play going on. The short passing seems to be in the midfield seems to be the Bigfoot's plan. And our plan is hit forwards, hit midfielders, and have them work in combinations real quick.
This is a good play down the right. Fenster surrounded by two. He's able to get the cross off. Not a terrible one. Sexton away. Second ball sent upward by Bigfoot. It's Nishizawa who's able to get it clear. Judkins is able to keep it in bounds, but it just goes all the way through to Brune. O'Keefe into McCammon. Brune once more. Keefe under some pressure from Foot. And he's brought down by Foot. Referee says play on. The ball ended at the feet of Fenster. And his former Bellevue Athletic teammate Enrique Guerrero could not keep it in. In fact, both fullbacks for West Seattle, Guerrero and Hallstrom, formerly of Bellevue Athletic. Here is Hallstrom. McCammon seems to be sitting the deepest of the three Junction midfielders. Consa's operating as an 8 and Inabulele more like a 10.
There's good movement by the Junction in midfield right now. You've got players showing for the ball. The defenders don't feel like they've got no options.
Good first touch from Conses. Not so much the second. Judkins won it off of him. He goes down. Referee says play on. The ball eventually falls to Inabulele. Then Bravo flicks it into Iida. He's left it for Inabulele. Forward looking for Lunden Fenster, and the ball was just on the wrong side of him. Gordon airs it out in the direction of Brandon. He loses out to Guerrero. Brandon stays down. I think maybe more of a pantomime way, trying to get a free kick. Referee tells him to get up, which he will eventually. O'Keefe again looking to go long. This time it is brought down by Bravo, forced wide by Huff. Support is coming from Guerrero. And the last touch came off of Marcus Bravo. Samuel Huff is having a very good first half.
He's a big guy. He's a big guy back there. He's covering both sides of the field. We've seen him working on both sidelines. So if he's a center,
It's a good move by Reese Foot. He's left it for Santa Marina. That pass, though, too far behind Judkins.
I think he wanted a through ball. Santa Maria was making a run, and he was looking for a split the defenders because there was a gap there. I don't know if he would have gotten it, but that's what he was looking for, miscommunication.
Well, it's a good start to the game.
It really good
17 minutes in, 1-0 Bigfoot. It was Judkins from the spot after Lucas Martin brought the Bigfoot attacker down in the box. But both teams, it feels like at any point either team could score.
Yeah, there's good movement. I mean, it's good speed of play. We're seeing good skill, real smart stuff.
Well, maybe not that time.
But we're not seeing a lot of good opportunities yet. But you can feel it comes from this. You have to play soccer first before you score goals. Scoring goals is the result of playing good soccer. And I think both teams are playing good soccer. So I think we're going to see some goals here. I don't think 1-0 is the end of this story.
Inabulele, I think, is the key for West Seattle, and he's won it there in midfield. Osato Inabulele. He's got it back from Bravo. Not his best first touch, but it falls all the way through to Iida. Overlap is made by Inabulele, and again there's Huff touching it out for West Seattle and the game's first corner of the evening.
Now he's playing right back. He's basically stopped things on the right and left. The problem is a player can't do that all game. They can't. If you see a player stopping attacks on the right side and then going on the left side and then the right side and the left side, that player can't do that the whole game. That's a problem, actually. And the coach has to be aware that he's got one guy doing everything back there.
Samuel Huff, of course, at Western now. Before that, North Creek High School, as swung in by the Junction. Not a bad ball, but straight into the gut of Gordon. 2025.
Wow.
At North Creek High School, Huff was named the Kingco Defensive MVP. As Bigfoot looked to counter. They don't quite have numbers, but they do have possession with Reese Foot. Ignacio Brandon, space to run at O'Keefe. Cuts in on his right foot. Brandon tries to curl one for the bottom corner, and that wasn't far away.
That was a nice build-up from the back. The goalkeeper got it, and within 4 touches, they were shooting on goal. Nice.
Yeah, they played through Junction very well there, and Junction had numbers back defensively.
They did. It was just the way they pulled it from the outside to the inside, and then the last shot was from the left side of the field to the far post, and it didn't miss by much.
Bravo just trying his utmost to win the header, but those center backs are just too tall. Great tackle by Guerrero, though. Inabulele gets it back from Fenster. Now Iida. Nishizawa has a problem here, and he knows it. Overlapping run is a good one from Hallstrom. He's got Fenster at the top of the box. Instead goes back to Taisei Iida. And the Junction will calm things down for a moment as they send it back to center back Sean Brune.
The Junction seemed much more comfortable going backwards. The Bigfoot want to go. They want to get into the midfield as quick as they possibly can.
Junction have won it back here. Guerrero trying to feed Bravo. Just put a little too much mustard on it.
It seems like a subtle thing, but if you actually watch what's going on a little bit here, you can really tell the different ideology behind these teams. Junction are very happy controlling the ball in the back. It looks to me like Bigfoot doesn't want to play in the back a whole lot. They really want to get into the midfield and attack the spaces. Do you know what I mean? They want to go. Where the Junction are quite happy to go back if they have to.
O'Keefe has made his way forward, but didn't have a pass he liked, so cut it back for Brune. He floats one in the direction of Hallstrom, who goes down under contact from Nishizawa, and the referee puts the whistle to his lips.
This could be good. Yeah. We got some good height on our team. They have Huff in the back. Huff in the back. And we got to avoid him. The last time we served it in, the goalkeeper caught it low in his stomach. That shouldn't really happen. You know what I mean? He should have to catch it up in the air above his head. We should have somebody on that. I think we'll figure that out. We're a dangerous team.
Iida leaves it. Swung in for the Junction towards McCammon, and it's 1-1. Teague McCammon at the near post.
You can see it. I mean, you could just see it. That last ball we served him where the goalkeeper caught it in his gut, that just means it was head high flying in.
Ball in by Conces. It's a great run by McCammon, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cuts across the face of goal. No one tracks him.
No, it's just...
And it was enough pace on the ball in from Conces to where he just had to direct it.
Well, again, we just said this a minute ago on a corner kick. We sent that same exact ball in, and nobody was going to the goal. And the goalkeeper just lined up with it and caught it low in his stomach. That shouldn't happen. Somebody should be darting across the front of the goalkeeper, and that's what just happened just then. Good. Well, like I said, when one team scores early, it doesn't mean it's going to be a low-scoring game. This is usually everybody goes at it now. Uh-oh.
Dangerous pass from Swartout. Iida with space. This is where he wants to be. Taisei Iida, great ball. Inabulele, excellent chance. Oh, he skied it.
Well, he was going for the near post high. Probably should have gone to the back post low.
Yeah, I mean, you got to just pick out the bottom corner there. What a ball by Iida. So unselfish at the top of the 18-yard box. And Unabulele, who actually, despite not starting a whole lot of games, is second on the West Seattle goal list with 3, just one behind Taisei Iida.
That was a golden opportunity.
Yep.
He would like that one back.
He's been in good scoring form. Osatsu Unabulele, 3 goals in his last 4 games. Not including this one, of course.
Yeah, this is a good game. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on, man. There haven't been a huge number of shots, but there's been some really good opportunities.
It's starting to click for West Seattle in the final third a little bit.
It is. Yes, it is. They look. Maybe it was the penalty kick that set them down a little bit. But I think both teams are still capable of scoring. I don't think this is the end. Like we said before, this feels like there's going to be more goals.
O'Keefe wins the header. Second ball picked up by Potter. He can't connect with Nishizawa. I agree with you, though. I quite like how Bigfoot play.
I do.
It's really direct. They get the ball into their midfielders and essentially say, look up, the first pass you see, make it. Even if it's a 60-yard swing to the other corner, try it.
Yeah, they're last place in the league. They're a very young team, and they're just going forward. They just want to play, and the speed of play is quite high here. Whoa!
You knew that was going to be a nasty collision before it even happened, although the referee's blown for a free kick the way of Bigfoot. According to him, O'Keefe fouled Potter. However, I thought O'Keefe won the ball.
I thought he did too. I thought he was standing in place jumping, and the player was jumping into him. Yeah. But, what do we know?
Referee was right there.
Yeah. And again, the players aren't arguing, so I guess,
No.
I guess they're okay with it. Maybe we missed something.
They're not big. They're not huge. Like, as far as USL 2 goes, like, everyone argues with the ref a little bit in the USL 2. They're not as big as some of the other clubs, West Seattle.
Well, they accepted it, and this looks like a good high
here.
line.
Yep.
There.
And we got 2 players down in the box.
Yep.
Little wrestling match between Ryan Hallstrom and Alvin Kamau at the back post.
Well, they've got a nice. They're giving the goalkeeper lots of room to work in. I expect the goalkeeper to come out of here no matter what happens, which is problematic. They've given him enough room to go out there, and if he doesn't go out there, the players will be angry. However, if he doesn't get out there quick enough, that space is an attackable zone. Let's see I think they're going to use their right footer and put it in. So it's going to be curling inward. I don't think the left footer's taking it.
It is the right foot of Potter. Not a bad ball towards the back post. Up well was McCammon. That's 2 great headers he's had now today.
That's really good.
And the Junction will get away with a free kick. Hallstrom brought down.
That was a very dangerous ball. The goalkeeper stayed on his line because his players were able to get back quickly enough. It was a good serve, though.
Yeah, good ball in by Potter.
Good defense.
Yeah, well done by McCammon.
Yeah. Yeah, you're always worried about facing your goal on those kind of balls, but somehow we were able to get back and actually face forward. Good speed by O'Keefe.
Bruin will leave this free kick for goalkeeper Martin.
He's got a big foot, too.
Lucas Martin of Fort Lewis, originally from Middlesbrough in England. Upwards by McCammon. Hallstrom battling Nishizawa for it. Hallstrom wins it. Sends it upward. Iida. Bravo. Hassled by Huff.
On the right sideline.
There's Samuel Huff again with a defensive contribution.
On the sideline. That just makes me laugh, by the way. I'm just like, okay. It just seems there's something odd.
He likes to move sideways.
I guess so.
It's a good first touch by Guerrero to create some space, and now he can pick his head up. He's tried to ping one into the path of Bravo. Not the worst ball in the world, but Gordon was alert and snapped off of his line. Oh, dangerous pass by Huff. Given away. Great chance for West Seattle. Here's Lunden Fenster. Good step by Sexton. Iida second ball. There's Potter.
Oh, that's a good ball.
And into the path of Judkins, who's got all kinds of room in front of him. Bruin is back, as is Hallstrom. Through ball was blocked by O'Keefe. Junction not out of the woods yet. Reese Foot waiting for a runner. Has it. Going for goal off the crossbar. I'm not sure Martin touched that. Away by Fenster, backed in by Potter. I think Brandon was offside. Referee keeps his flag down for now. Guerrero gets it clear. Takes a late knock from Ignacio Brandon.
What a speed of play counterattack.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
I think it was Owen Swartout who had that rocket of a shot.
Yeah.
And again, Martin may have gotten a fingertip on it. I'm not so sure.
I don't know. It's a hard place. It was straight down the middle of the field. So at the goal, it wasn't to a corner or anything like that. I think he just hit it really hard.
Well, I want to talk about the World Cup. Messi scored his first goal against Algeria. Wasn't really wide one way or the other, but he just smashed it, and it was too much for the goalkeeper, Lucas Zidane. Here go Bigfoot again. Swartout couldn't pick out Brandon. Enrique Guerrero away. He's had a very good start to the match, as has his opposite number, Hallstrom. The fullbacks have been playing well. That's not great from Brandon. Conces nearly gave it away. In fact, he has given it away to Santa Marina. Run is made by Judkins, who floats one in.
Oh.
It's gone all the way in.
Wow.
Ignacio Brandon with a very unlikely goal. I'm not sure if that's what he was going for, but in the end, it caught Lucas Martin completely unaware. And Bigfoot take a 2-1 lead just under half an hour.
It was a great transition. There was a mistake in the midfield. Player ran at our defense. The person who was into a dive overlapped the shooter. It was knocked in front of him, and they hit with the outside of their right foot, curling over the goalkeeper's head. I think the goalkeeper may have knocked it in, actually. It looked like it, because it's spinning outwards. It may have gone out, but I think he was trying to hit it higher so it would go over the post, and it dropped in. That's what I think happened. Do we have a look on this?
Get a replay here.
Okay, here it is. There's the overlap.
It's just a bit of an awkward one.
Yeah, I don't know. It felt, because we were right behind it, it looked to me with the outside of his foot, he hit a curling ball, and it was going to curl out, and the goalkeeper may have been trying to hit it higher so it would go over the bar. It didn't.
There's Huff again. Dragged down, or at least held back by Marcus Bravo. Referee gives a free kick. Yeah, I mean, this game's great.
Yeah,
like
it's a good game,
Junction
by the way.
Had a game. The first Junction game I went to last year, they lost 5-4 to Olympia.
Oh, my goodness.
That game felt a little bit like this one, wide open. Here come Bigfoot again. They got numbers forward, Bigfoot. They are not afraid to push up.
Well, their transition speed is intense. I mean, that's a great run there.
Brandon Swartout out, chips it towards the back post. This time, Martin is ready for it. Backs up, quickly lays it off for Ryan Hallstrom. I hope West Seattle take the quick pace as a bit of a challenge and say, you know what, if you can do that, so can we.
Well,
maybe they can't.
Well, they may not be built to do it. What I've seen is the transition is so quick on the Bigfoot. As soon as they just go, they're going, and they're all running immediately. Like we said, we look like a team that kind of wants to do more building and kind of wear you down a little bit, where they're like intercept and go, and just go with speed and numbers. They're both good games. They're both good styles.
Iida's in some trouble here. Has he given it away? Reese Foot goes down. Still going is Brandon.
Foul.
And the referee will bring it back for the free kick. Taisei Iida gets his name into the book, and this is a great opportunity for Bigfoot to make it 3.
It's a little close.
It's
a little close.
But I think it's still fair. It's a good opportunity.
No, I agree 100%. If I was a free kick specialist, I want 3 more yards so I can get it up and down and around. Because it's really hard to bend a ball around a wall or above a wall and back down when you're on the 19-yard line. It's just the best thing is just to kind of shoot it and get it through the wall or in a gap or something.
Well, I'm an average player at best, so I'm not going to go ahead and say what I would do. What I would try to do is smash it on the goalkeeper side. Don't even bother with the wall. Because what's nice about being so close is you're closer to the wall, or the wall is closer to the goal, but the keeper has less time to react. So if you can catch all of this and just hammer it in the top corner on the goalkeeper side, anyway, that might be what I would try to do.
It's got. If this guy can hit a curl, there are professionals who can get it around here. I just don't know at this level if we have people who can get it around that. But it would be nice that somebody's worked on this, because I think he's going to go to the goalkeeper's left.
Well, it's Judkins scored for the penalty spot.
Oh, my
Oh, wow!
Holy smoke.
Jagger Judkins with a peach of a goal. He curled it right in the top corner.
My goodness. That was a free kick.
Well, he didn't smash it, but he did go the keeper's side, and I mean...
Yeah, you called it, actually.
Lucas Martin, he just doesn't have a chance. That was perfect.
It was a good ball, man. Right there in the top left corner. The goalkeeper's right.
I mean, this Bigfoot team, how are they in last? They attack so well.
Well, they're coming to the midfield. Our attack is not like it used to be where we'd hit the high guy and knock it around. It's amazing. That was an amazing free kick.
I mean, we'll see it again here. We've got actually an excellent angle.
Great view.
Yeah, this is the perfect angle.
Oh, wow.
You don't hit him better than that.
No, they put two of their own players on the edge of the wall, and it hit it between their heads.
Yeah.
That's
pretty common these days.
Yes.
To try and obstruct the view of the goalkeeper. Honestly, I think if Lucas Martin knew where that was going ahead of time, he wouldn't be able to save it. Junction need a goal here, and they're trying to do just that. Iida down the left-hand side, cuts it back for Conces. Might have been a shot, might have been a cross. In the end, it's deflected. It falls to Iida. I think Bigfoot thought he was offside. Referee says play on. Iida towards the back post. Inabulele wins the header down, and easy for Gordon, but a good try.
There's going to be a lot of goals this game, as we've been saying. I mean, you can just feel these kind of games. It's like, it's not that there's no defense. It's just that the attack is so aggressive and so immediate on both teams.
Hallstrom, pressured by two, will win a throw-in.
We've got 4 players going forward right now.
Hallstrom looks to pick out one of them in Bravo. Nishizawa wins the header. Then Judkins, he's got 2. One from the penalty spot, one just a couple of minutes ago. And that will be up there for USL 2 Northwest goal of the season.
That was a good one.
Here's Connor O'Keefe. Junction now have 10 minutes. I think 3-2 at halftime looks a whole lot different than 3-1.
They have time. Again, this game is not over.
Yeah,
there's going to be a lot more goals.
I mean, and for Bigfoot, it really feels like it's kind of Samuel Huff playing the whole back line. Not that the other players have been poor. That's a nice touch from Bravo. Inabulele wide for Iida, up against Nishizawa. Iida still going, cuts in, and hits it straight at Gordon.
Now we're getting all the shots. Before we were getting all the play. Now we're getting all the shots. Again, good play leads to good goals.
Landon Gordon drops right at the halfway line. Header won by McCammon. Sent forward by Bigfoot. Pressing O'Keefe. Wins the battle and finds Fenster. Then O'Keefe will go long, looking for Inabulele. The battle with Potter. Bigfoot come away with it, but there's Iida recovering. Wins the ball and then creates space. He really is a live wire, Taisei Iida.
Now he's in the midfield. He started off at the left wing, and now he's a midfielder.
Oh, nice ball by Guerrero. Marcus Bravo up against Huff. Bravo down to the byline. Plays it across the face of goal. Blocked by Sexton before it could reach Inabulele. But again, West Seattle creating good opportunities down the wing.
It's so odd that your tallest player ends up attacking people on the outside lines, leaving the middle for the crosses. I don't get that. Because Huff is all over the outsides, but he's a center back.
Yeah, the right-sided center back. I mean, he came all the way across there.
Yeah.
Well, it's because it was because Landon Sexton got beaten by Bravo down the line.
Yeah, but people who are good headers of the ball, you want them in front of the goal when the other team's crossing. It just seems odd. That's all. Maybe I'll watch it, try and figure out why he ends up out there all the time. Because it's not going to be good. It's not going to work out.
You'd say it's working out so far.
Yeah, but, I mean, this game's got at least 3 more goals in it.
Yeah, I don't think Bigfoot keep a clean sheet. I mean, I don't want to jinx it, but I don't think they keep a clean sheet from here on out. Not that they have a clean sheet anyway.
No, I don't see it happening either. I mean,
Pinged
look,
in by O'Keefe. Iida tried to bring it down. It's away by Sexton. O'Keefe wins the header. Couldn't find Inabulele. Foot flicks it on. Nobody's making the run. There's Brune. Kamau. Guerrero will shield that one out, or at least attempt to. And it will roll out for a Junction throw-in.
well, Ignacio Brandon is a pretty good player. He's pretty tricky.
Yep.
He's done some really. Ooh.
Here go West Seattle. Iida tried a little bit of trickery to find Fenster. In the end, too close to Gordon. Yeah, Ignacio Brandon, as far as minutes, has played the most for anybody on Bigfoot this year. You can see why.
Yeah, he's just got a lot of activity going on. He's just seems to be part of a lot of really creative stuff.
Went to Tahoma High School, where
Okay.
Bigfoot play their home games out of Covington, Washington. Plays now at Western Oregon. Enrique Guerrero couldn't find anyone with that one.
Well, we noticed that with the Brodies, ball from the right side all the way across long diagonals. We've done a few of them, and they've worked out, kinda. Maybe that's why. Ooh,
Good
oh
step
my
by
gosh!
O'Keefe. Bigfoot have gotten a little bit of lucky here, but here's Kamau, blocked by Brune, and he won't be able to save it from going out for a corner. So we will see for the first time Bigfoot's corner kick routine.
Yeah. The Bigfoot player looked like he was probably not in his element. He didn't look like he was really comfortable there. It felt like he just wanted to get the ball in front of the goal. I mean, he was one-on-one with the defender. I bet you Ignacio Brandon would have taken the ball on. I bet he would have gone at the guy. But I don't think he gets up there very much.
Kamau is playing at left back. I have a suspicion that they just have three good center backs.
Yeah.
And one of them had to play on the left. Taken short by Bigfoot. Potter swings it in. Away by Inabulele. Back with Chase Potter. This time with his left foot, floating it towards the back post, and too much airtime. It allowed Martin to come across and pick it up.
That was Huff, by the way, who was up there.
Yeah.
who's trying to get back now because somebody's got to kick the ball out on the sidelines.
Ishizawa gets there to cut out that pass. Pushing the back by Brune on Reese Foot. And the referee will come over to say, be careful, Deshaun Brune.
Well, the player stopped in front of him. So, I mean, that's what he was saying. He was saying, well, look, I was going for the ball. The guy just stopped in front of me. I thought he was going to go for the ball. And by the way, I don't know if you've been hit in the back like that. It hurts. It's like having the wind knocked out of you from the back. It doesn't feel good. Okay, let's see what they're doing here. We're running 3 at the back with 2 6s in front.
Taken short. A cross by Bigfoot into Santa Marina. Dangerous one for Swartout. McCammon picks it up. Kahn says back for O'Keefe.
See, I think that would have been a good transition point. I think he would have. When somebody gives you the
Iida's won it off of Potter.
And Potter's been a pretty good player.
Inabulele couldn't find the angle he wanted, and we'll go back to Brune. But that's the third or fourth time we've seen that Iida coming back from left wing to steal it off of somebody's blind spot.
Yeah.
As Conces couldn't feed it through, kind of split the difference between Bravo and Fenster.
Yeah, well, like we've talked about, I think the Junction are much more comfortable going back, and they kind of feel it's their territory, where the Bigfoot aren't going into their own end of the field. If you watch them, I mean, they don't put together more than 1 pass, 2 passes max back there, and then they're forward. And if they get to a midfielder, that midfielder is going forward. They're not going backwards.
It makes for a very nice viewing experience.
Well, it's fun to watch because they're going. They get it, transition it, and then they're gone because we're pretty good on the ball.
Junction will have a few things to figure out at halftime. A goal before that whistle would be nice. Flick forward towards Iida. Potter wins the header. Wanted a push in the back. Won't get it.
Well, Aida's not the biggest guy. I don't think. I think he thought he was going to duck underneath him, but ooh,
Nabulele couldn't get the better of Huff. Probably been the best player on the pitch for either team, I'd say.
Well, Huff reminds me of Zaharis of the Roadies.
The Roadies, yeah.
Just a big presence. Seems to be everywhere. Seems to be getting all these tackles and physical contact situations. He seems to be the same way. There's no part of the field that he doesn't go run into.
Guerrero, heavy touch, but Judkins slipped. Keefe back for Brune.
See, we're very comfortable doing this kind of thing, I think.
Most amount of goals that West Seattle have conceded in a game this year are 3. They've done so on 4 occasions. Previously, Ballard away, Snohomish away, and Portland away. So they've never conceded 3 or more goals at home. I think that is all due to how Bigfoot have come out here. I'm not sure this is what West Seattle were expecting at all.
No, I don't think so at all. I think that, but you can see the weakness in the defense for the Bigfoot. Like I said, when you've got one guy covering so much area, it just basically means they're disorganized back there. People aren't doing their job, and he's having to do it for them. That's just the reality. I mean, I know they're ahead 3-1, but the reality is there are problems when. I mean, we're getting a lot of good chances, and we look like we're on the cusp of doing more.
O'Keefe, Sexton, Fenster can't keep it in bounds.
7 seconds left.
It's a bit of a lopsided front 3 for West Seattle because you have Taisei Iida over on the left, who is your sort of traditional winger. He wants to run at his fullback, get the ball in space. Then the player out on the right going forward for West Seattle, more than anyone, is Lunden Fenster, who is kind of more of a midfielder. So he wants to cut in. He wants to have time on the ball to pick his head up and find that pass. I think, though, if Fenster is going to be playing out wide here on the right, what I would want is Guerrero to find more opportunities to push up around him. Mm-hmm. Because Fenster would be a little more comfortable than Iida cutting inside without the ball.
Yeah.
Right? And having somebody run around him. We've seen it a couple times. Guerrero has gotten a couple crosses into the box. But I think maybe he should be looking to do that even more. Look at Iida. He's moved all the way from left wing over to essentially right back and now into midfield just so he can get the ball.
Yeah. Well, we were getting away with these long diagonals, but it's really not working anymore. And the third player runs. I can't decide if they've figured the third player runs out or we just aren't doing them anymore. We've just concluded that they're not. Ooh, here he goes again.
They've come away with it down the right. It's Ignacio Brandon. Goes back for Swartout.
I think he's on.
Will Nishizawa will be able to keep it in? Yes, he will. It's Sean Nishizawa.
Nice.
Well defended by Brune.
That was a good ball. I mean, he put it. I thought it was over the end line, but as soon as it landed, it had nice backspin and held up so the player could catch up with it. Again, our sizes. I hope they're not going to try and do a long throw.
Yeah, it'd be tough. We
got some big guys,
players, although they probably have the biggest player in.
Well, Huff is in there.
Huff.
So they're going to obviously throw the ball. If they throw it on a straight line, it's possible. But if they're going to hang it up, we got too many big guys. We'll just put a body on Huff, and then a big guy will clear it out.
Well, we'll see how Kamau does from here. Hangs it up in the air, and that one didn't even beat Iida at the near post. Kamau gets it back, though. That cross, not any better than his throw. Junction get it away. Bravo, showing too much to Potter. Second ball sent skyward by Unabu Lele. Potter wins the third.
Ooh.
And in a battle between Swartout and Hallstrom, the last touch came off of Ryan Hallstrom.
They've moved Swartout out to Swartout to the outside now. It seems like I see him out there a little more often. They're moving players around as well, just like we are. I mean, we've got players coming from one side to the middle and all over the place.
Kamau tries a little bit of a shorter one now. Header won not once but twice by Swartout. However, nobody make the run for him in the box, and Junction get it clear.
Well, they put their big guy in the back, and they threw it to a smaller guy, and he won the header. They should do the same thing now, but aim for the big guy closer. So instead of being in front of the goal, the big guy should be near post.
Long throw in again. This time it bounces in the box. Brandon will get there, but he's forced wide by Conces. Excuse me, that's Lyndon Fenster. And the referee will say he's seen enough. So after 48 minutes, Junction trail by a score of 3-1. And really, Bigfoot, while looking somewhat vulnerable at the back, have played some really excellent stuff going forward.
It's fun. I mean, they're okay. They're playing to me like a team that's unencumbered by anything. They're just playing fast and having fun and playing what they want to do. And they have a plan. It's keep it on the ball, move fast, combination, boom, boom, boom. Right up the middle of the field, run right at you, go anywhere. The Junction have a more structured style of play that they're kind of going to get to what they want to do, but first they're going to do this other stuff. Mm-hmm. The Bigfoot's not doing that. They're just doing what they want to do. One defender is doing 90% of the defending. I just don't think that's a good combination. I think that's why the third player runs were so telling at the beginning, because the big guy's coming over to stop those two guys, and then the third player's sneaking around.
The interesting thing is, though, this game has been so open for both teams.
Yes.
There have been plenty of chances, but 3 out of 4 of these goals have come from set pieces. Got the penalty, the first goal. McCammon equalized off a header that came from a free kick. Then we had our open play goal as Brandon flicked it in with the outside of his foot, and then that exceptional free kick from Jagger Judkins.
Well, that's not surprising, though. Remember, we've discussed this in other games. 80% of all goals come from less than 2 touches. So the idea of 15 passes being put together and then somebody tapping it across the goal line, that's the rare thing. That's the thing people rave about. Most goals are scored on corner kicks, free kicks, penalty kicks, and then stealing the ball from the other team and then putting the ball into a dangerous spot and burying it, which is exactly how the goal they did score happened. They just stole it from us at the 25-yard line. Player made an overlapping run. They laid it to him. He shot it. It went in. That was 2 touches, basically, 2 players doing something. And that's how 80% of all goals are scored. So we shouldn't be too surprised that 3 of the 4 were on 1 kick, and the other one was on 2 touches of the ball. Anyway.
Well, we'll call it there for halftime. Clock says Welcome back to the Nino Cantu 3-1 after an electric first 45. Bigfoot with the 2-goal advantage. However, even though that is the case, it still feels like this game could go either way.
Yeah, we're not done with this. This is if the players come out with the same passion and drive and energy, it could be 6-5. It could be 6-6. There were some great chances. This is the kind of game that you want somebody who doesn't like soccer to come and watch. It's like, this is what it's like. This is full speed. Everybody's going. They're not holding anything back here.
At least one substitution to report for West Seattle. Keegan Chapko has replaced Lyndon Fenster, as immediately Connor O'Keefe is under a little bit of pressure, and we will get an early touch for Chapko.
Okay, we're kind of doing our go back, build up, feel structure, get rhythm. This is what we do.
Here's O'Keefe. Made this point a couple times, Tony, but the West Seattle center backs seeing a lot more of the ball than the Bigfoot ones, as Nishizawa ended up getting a touch on it, and he actually does very well there to flick it off of Ryan Hallstrom to win a throw-in, because that was going out for a corner.
Yeah, it's kind of a miracle.
So we'll see if Chapko replacing Fenster will mean a formation change. Looks like it has. Osatu Inabulele has pushed all the way up to center forward, moving Bravo wide right. And Chapko in midfield with Conces and McCammon. Of course, Iida kind of moves across that front line and really all over the pitch. Now he's over on the right. That's a good ball down the line for Enrique Guerrero. Puts an early cross in towards the near post. Flicked on by Bravo over the head of Inabulele. And away by Nishizawa. Ooh, that was a hard landing by Bruin, and you can tell he felt that. However, he did initiate that. Went high for that header.
He did. At the last second, the player that he was going to collide with saw him, ducked his shoulder, and just kind of clipped him a bit and sent Bruin down hard.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like grass, right? But for all intents and purposes, in that situation, Sean Bruin just fell about 4 feet onto concrete.
That's right. And you could see it coming. I think he was counting on hitting the player to take some of the force, because he was coming in at almost a full sprint and launched himself in the air. And just as he got there, the player realized he was going to get crushed and just kind of turned his shoulder, and it was a difficult hit.
He's back up to his feet, Sean Bruin. Normally the center backs are the tough ones, so
yes,
I imagine, of course, he will want to play on and back himself to do so. That is a tough one, though. You can feel the impact up here. The turf is unforgiving.
Yes,
in a way that grass isn't.
I hate to say this because I'm an old man, but he'll feel that someday. The memory of that may go away, but the physical memory stays.
Yeah. We start with a Bigfoot throw, and Nishizawa looking for foot. Does turn the corner, beating McCammon to it. Recovering was Keegan Chapko, and that will be touched all the way back to Lucas Martin. Bruin is ushered back on the field by the referee. Hallstrom looking for Inabulele, who has moved all the way up to center forward now for West Seattle.
Bruin gets a chance.
Bigfoot. Bruin immediately called back into action and does well there to head it into the path of Ryan Hallstrom, who finds O'Keefe. Here comes pressure from Brandon. O'Keefe does well.
Good job breaking the pressure, but now we keep the pressure back in front of us.
That's the difference, right?
Yeah.
If Bigfoot's fullback had gotten his straightforward, that's a great ball into Iida. Goes for it first time.
Wow.
Not a bad idea, but straight at Gordon.
That was kind of a long diagonal that fell into the middle of the field. I don't know if he had planned on that, but it was nice. It was difficult, but he did a great job.
Judkins finding Santa Marina.
See, look how they're going.
And
There's no tendency. He wasn't even thinking about going back. Do you know what I mean? Once they'd turned forward, they were going to keep going forward. They didn't care what happened.
Looks to be no changes for Bigfoot, and just the one change for West Seattle as Alvin Kamau keeps that in on the far side. He's getting forward now in a way he didn't really in the first half.
Ooh.
And in a way Bigfoot have gone backwards. In a way
Haven't
they
seen
didn't
that.
go in the first half.
Maybe the 3-1. Maybe the coach said, "You got a 3-1 lead here."
Yeah, possess.
Yeah.
Here's Huff. Looking for the run of Nishizawa. Bruin read that all the way, but couldn't win the tackle. Nishizawa behind foot and away by McCammon. Picked back up in midfield by Bigfoot. Judkins couldn't feed it through to Brandon, but he's got it now. Ignacio Brandon cuts in, blocked by O'Keefe. Second effort by Brandon is well high and wide of the goal.
Dangerous. They're picking up these balls and you're immediately attacking. It's a lot of pressure. They're putting the Junction under pressure all the time.
One thing I think you can say to the Junction's credit defensively is that Reese Foote, the center forward, hasn't really gotten in the game.
No. I mean, it's the midfielders. I mean, the Bigfoot team is in midfield.
O'Keefe straight to Landon Gordon. He wanted the run of Hallstrom but couldn't angle it.
You know, we talked about this with the roadies, too, that long diagonal. West Seattle likes that. Ooh.
That's a nice move by Jagger Judkins. He's on a hat trick. Nabulele closes down the space, but Bigfoot come away with it. Goalkeeper Gordon, pressure coming from Osato Inabulele. Gordon goes long. There's Connor O'Keefe. I mean, man, how many times a game does he head the ball?
A lot. Oops.
Down goes the midfielder Potter. The referee gives a free kick for Bigfoot.
I kind of wonder if the Bigfoot coach said, you know, you can go backwards too, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they didn't do this at all in the first half. But now they're using their goalkeeper. The problem is it forces you to go longer when you're really not prepared to go long. You know what I mean? When the Junction defense is prepared to stop you from going long. When you intercept the ball at the midfield and you suddenly attack, you're wide open to do that.
Conces away from pressure, couldn't feed it through to Iida.
Yep.
And it took the combined effort of Potter and Huff to get it away. And player down for Bigfoot. He's down clutching his leg, but, you know, about a quarter every time somebody's down clutching their leg.
It's tough to tell because he's kind of grabbing his glutes a little bit, I guess.
It was Sean Nishizawa.
Okay.
He's back to his feet.
But you could pull muscles there. Big muscles, but you can still pull them.
Hallstrom into Inabulele. Goes down just inside the box. Referee tells him to get up. Here's Chapko. Fakes one way, goes the other. Iida leaves it for Hallstrom. He's able to get his cross in towards the back post. A little too high for Marcus Bravo.
Not bad. When you're behind 3-1, you got to get the ball in front of the goal. So the Junction's a situation they got to put balls where they might not do that if they had a 3-1 lead. But
Foot gets dropped by Bruin. Referees reffing this game a little bit like some of the World Cup matches we've seen where the officials let a lot of things go. Junction have let go of possession there, though.
Uh-oh.
And down the right-hand side goes Santa Marina. Got a couple runners. One of them is Judkins, who changed his run just as Santa Marina tried to play the pass.
At the last second. They were on the same page until
they weren't.
Yeah.
Good turn by Nishizawa. He's got foot. Couldn't pick him out. Again, dealt with by Broom, but he's giving it away. Nishizawa's onside here. Great sliding challenge by O'Keefe.
Penalty again.
And they've given a penalty.
It was. Sorry.
I said great, but I guess I got that wrong.
Okay, let's take a look.
Pull up the replay here.
Okay, he steals the ball.
Wins it off Bruin. No, that is a penalty. Yeah, I thought he got the ball. Did not.
No.
Well,
he now the player got to it first, probably pushed it way too far in front of him, and then got taken out.
A little too eager to go to ground there, I think, Connor O'Keefe.
Probably.
Especially because Nishizawa, the right back, is probably going to curl that into the top corner with his left foot. Well, this is not what the Junction were hoping for to start this second half. 4-1, it starts to feel a bit insurmountable. It's not Judkins to take the penalty. He scored the first goal for Bigfoot from the penalty spot at the beginning of the first half. And if he's had taken this penalty and scored, he would have gotten his hat trick. In the end, it is Ignacio Brandon to make it 4-1. Saved by Martin.
Aha!
Lucas Martin keeps Junction in it.
Good save.
Good save down to his right.
Yep.
By the goalkeeper from Middlesbrough.
Good decision. That's good. Well, we want to keep the game tight. I don't want it to get. I think the Junction can score. There's more. I think there's more goals coming.
Yeah, I mean the change in mood by that being saved versus that going in is far more than the one score difference. 4-1, Junction will feel like they're out of it. 3-1, and their goalkeeper just made a save and then punched away, only as far as the Bigfoot player who flashed it wide.
Whoa. Punched to at the top of the box for a player who happened to be standing for Bigfoot. And he missed it. That was something.
That was Judkins, who that would have been a nice way to wrap up what had been an excellent hat trick.
Yeah.
But Lucas Martin has kept Junction in the game and hopefully has ignited a bit of fight in them. Not that they haven't had it, but they could use a little more. Flicked on by Bravo. Wanted Guerrero, couldn't find him. Bigfoot have it with their goalkeeper, Gordon. He says better safe than sorry. Bruin wins the header.
Oops.
Second one by Potter. And Swartout will go back to Landon Sexton. Nishizawa. He's had a very good second half down this right-hand side. Not a bad first one either, Sean Nishizawa.
Then you got some very tricky players. Guys on the ball that are very dangerous.
Coming out of his freshman year at California Lutheran, where he started all 16 games, scoring 2 goals and getting an assist. And now here's Judkins, twisting and turning and going for that bottom corner. Parried wide by Martin. Brandon's got it still inside the box. Leaves it now for Santa Marina. His shot is blocked by Chapko. West Seattle can look to counter with Inabulele. The run is being made by Guerrero. He's got the pace, Guerrero, down the right-hand side. Kamau is catching up. Low cross in towards Iida, who got there, went down. Referee says play on. Inabulele now taking it down to the right. And is pushed wide.
Great game this is, huh? This is end-to-end fun stuff.
Ball played across the face of goal. Nobody's there. Hallstrom will get it over on this far side. And that one is blocked and just barely kept in by Landon Gordon.
Oh. And we're back at it.
Hallstrom again.
Ooh.
That one smacks off the head of Sean Nishizawa and will go for a corner kick.
Well, like we said, when you're behind by 2 goals, you just start putting balls in front of the goal from everywhere. You've got to get one back at a time. That was good. It's a great game. This is fantastic.
We'll see what Iida's got from the corner flag. Definitely some tall targets in there. Inabulele and O'Keefe to name a couple. Iida towards the near post, dealt with by Nishizawa, but it will be another corner for the Junction.
Wow, there's no way we don't see at least 2 more goals. We've had a missed penalty, which really should have been one. We should see at least 2-3 more goals in this game. I mean, both teams are just flying back end to end.
This time it's taken short. Iida gets it back, floats one towards the back stick. Header won by a Junction player, cleared only as far as Taisei Iida. What can he create? Defended by 2. Got the ball past him, but couldn't get himself through. Bigfoot get it clear. Chapko down into Ryan Hallstrom.
We've kept a lot of players up. We've got 3 players right on their defenders. So this is that long diagonal we were talking about.
McCammon, heavy pressure. He's gone down in midfield. Referee says he got ball. Bigfoot can counter. Great ball by Judkins. It was behind Brandon, but he's gotten it. It has allowed Junction to get numbers back, though. Coming back for Santa Marina. Cut out by Inabulele. He's playing center forward, and he tracked all the way back, so there's nobody up for Junction to counter with.
He started going, though.
Yeah, that's a good ball down the line.
Another
Marcus
one.
Bravo's got some room to operate. It's a 3v4 for the Junction. Bravo has it blocked, and Huff gets it away, and then an acrobatic clearance by Chase Potter finishes the job for Bigfoot. That's a good little shimmy in midfield by Jagger Judkins. And Foot beats both Chapko and Conces to it. Kamau goes down, and the referee will end that exchange of intense physicality, and it will end with a yellow card for Osato Inabulele.
Good intensity, man. Speed of play. Everybody's play. Again, I like what the Junction is doing, but I also like what the Bigfoot doing. When they win a ball in the midfield, they are gone. They're thinking, the only thing they're thinking is go. Go, go, go. 100 miles an hour, as many players as we can get going in the same direction. Now, you said earlier, Oscar, that they changed your coach?
Yeah, it was at the beginning of the season, it was Paul McElveny. Now it's Adam Moretti, so it may be the new coach that makes or is making the difference.
Yes. Yeah, the new coach could be just saying, I want speed. I want going, I want to see you guys go as fast as you can to the other end of the field all the time.
Substitution made by Bigfoot that we'll get to in a second as Inabulele can't get it in. Irving Baca-Silva coming in to replace Owen Swartout. Baca-Silva, the 19-year-old out of Western Washington University.
From Kent.
Went to Kent Meridian High School. Played for the Sounders Academy, Atletico, Valor, and some others.
Another midfielder. So they want more midfield pressure. Ooh.
It's interesting. You go through a lot of these stats and information about these players, and you think, well, this is a high-level game, and I'm talking about like where they went to high school and where they played as a kid. It's because all these players are 19 years old.
Yeah,
they haven't really had anything else.
No, that's where they came from. Yeah. I mean that's their recognition. When you play for your high school, you get your name in the paper. You play in a state tournament that people care about. Yeah. So it's a recognizable thing.
Baca-Silva played for Kent Meridian High School, where he was given first-team All-League honors. Header upwards by Hallstrom. McCammon away. Back in by Potter. Judkins. Santa Marina. Brune.
Oof.
Not quite on the same page as Lucas Martin. And in the end, it's a corner kick for Bigfoot.
That was a little scary. There were two of their players going for it. Brune was our player, and he was able to get his foot to it, but Martin was coming out, leaving the goal wide open. Kind of reminds me of the penalty. He came out a little late. Now, see, did they put Huff, their big guy, up front? Where's he at?
They're all crowding the keeper here.
Okay, just right on the box.
Jagger Judkins will send this in with his left foot.
Okay. See what Martin, if he can fight through the crowd.
Towards the back post by Judkins. Header one down and in. And the referee will blow that one dead.
Yeah, he climbed up his back. There's no way that guy could get that high if you look at it.
We'll see it here.
Look at him climb right here. Watch him do this.
At the back post. Yeah,
see?
Certainly used his shoulders, and
yeah,
it's a good call by the referee.
Yeah, he used the shoulders of the guy in front of him, pushed him down, lifted himself up. When you see a guy raise that high, it's like a leapfrog game. There's no way that somebody rises that high without running in.
It's a good throw-in towards Osato Inabulele, who gets away from Huff, goes down, and referee will give a free kick just millimeters outside of the 18-yard box.
Okay.
And I think he's going to book Samuel Huff.
Let's see. Yeah. It looked like he took him out, but he also did it just outside the penalty area, which I guess is worth it. Mm-hmm. You want to keep your lead.
It's an interesting angle for a free kick, right on the 18-yard box, a couple meters away from the corner.
Yeah.
It's sort of in that borderline range of shooting angle versus non-shooting angle. However, just a couple minutes ago, Malik Tillman scored from there for the USA.
Yeah. I think if you're, I like the hash marks. Be in the hash mark area for that. It really makes it a good shot. Yeah. This is a little hard, but it's still completely doable. I mean, if he scores this, I wouldn't go, oh, didn't see that coming. I mean, the truth is, a good player can bury this.
Well, Osato Inabulele is certainly a good player.
Then he could bury
So,
this. I could see that
He
happen.
buries it.
Yeah. Again, to the goalkeeper's right, just over the walls, drop it down or hit it high up in that corner. I don't think he's going to our goalkeeper's, the goalkeeper's left. Do you know what I mean? I that's an awful long way.
Yeah, I don't think so.
It's got to be on this near side. Now he's going to set his wall up again so that this helps. This helps.
The Texas native plays at the University of Washington.
Okay. Let's see if he gets it up and down or up into the top corner, goalkeeper's right.
Zinabulele with the chance to make it a 1-goal difference and got too much height on it.
No. I think there's enough room to get it up and down, but I think you have to get it pretty close to the wall, the head of the wall.
It kind of felt like, and I'm saying this because whenever I try to take free kicks, that's often what they look like. It kind of felt like he sort of just swung his foot at it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Kind of just was focused a lot on the curl.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't really compress himself in that way.
Yeah.
That he maybe should have. Got a couple substitutions for West Seattle here. It looks like it's going to be Hallstrom and one other replaced. Enrique Guerrero is the other off. So the two fullbacks being replaced for West Seattle.
Okay. Well, you know, we haven't given the Bigfoot a lot of chances. The one chance they had was a mistake, which they immediately countered, and we got a penalty kick on it. But we've done a pretty good job defensively. We've actually been at this end quite a bit and had some chances. Balls flying across the goal mouth. Oof, that was close.
So the right back coming in is Ernesto Arevalo. He replaces Enrique Guerrero. Trying to come for Bigfoot. Chances to have still been coming in this second half. Maybe not flowing quite as much as they have been in the past as the referee goes over seemingly to book the Junction head coach Mike Mata.
I don't know why. I don't know. Well, unless it's been an ongoing thing.
Clearly something he said.
Or maybe he said something to the side official.
McCammon away. Con says. Dangerous pass backwards. Brune is able to recover. And it's nearly kept in on this far side.
That was our new sub, number 18. Okay. Oh.
Irving Baka Silva back for Nishizawa. Good ball towards the back post. Arevalo doing some defensive work on Brandon. Inabulele now couldn't bring it down. Sexton beat him to it. There's McCammon. Chapko.
Wow.
And that's a good tackle across by Landon Sexton.
You know, the ball seems to be stuck on the outsides right now. It's not coming up the middle very much. I think it's just a battle in the midfield. And the two teams have said, we're not going to let anybody control this middle.
Here's the other one of West Seattle's new subs, Carmelo Cassim.
Oh, I see it. University of Wisconsin.
Yeah. From Seattle.
From West Seattle.
Team, yeah.
Another West hometown feet player.
Yeah.
Oops.
Two West Seattle high school players.
Is this a cramp?
Yeah, it looks like they have a player down in the box for Bigfoot. Can't quite make out who it is. Kasim and Brune wouldn't have seen too much of each other at West Seattle High School, but perhaps Kasim as a senior and Brune as a freshman.
It's a pipeline, I say. It's a pipeline. Yeah, it looks like they're working on his leg. Is that right?
Yeah, looks to be one of those cramps.
Yes.
Seattle will just be hoping that referee adds this time back.
Oh, I think he will.
The chances have dried up a little bit.
Well, again, the game seems to be going to the outside a little bit more than the center of the field. Everything's being pressured immediately, and so that basically forces them to go wide. And once you go wide, then you got the natural sideline. And the boundary just makes it easier to defend, so you have less creativity because you're just packed against the sideline all the time. You're just pushing people out all the time.
Carmelo Kasim waiting patiently. Then we'll launch in a long throw. Ida got there with his foot, kept in. Consa's still going. Can he keep it in? Yes, he can. He's gone for goal. And it's smashed into the side netting. Great effort by Conses.
Yeah, it was. He made that happen all by himself. There was no passing there. Just the ball bouncing loose and taking people on and doing the willing work. Okay, let's see if this game goes back into the midfield or if it just keeps going into the outside.
Substitution as well for Bigfoot. Harper Sabari replacing Alvin Kamau at left back.
Well, Bigfoot wants the ball to the outside. I mean, strangely enough, it's in their best interest because it keeps the ball, just goes in and out of bounds all day long. What they don't want is, of course, they look better when the ball's in the center of the field. So as a team, they want to play in the center, but as a defense, they want the ball on the outside.
Keefe doing some defending here. Does very well to retain possession. Gets it back to Martin, who hammers that one. Ball forward into Inabu Lele. Not a center forward by trade, but it's what he's doing now. And he's done a great job. That's a great ball over the top. Great chance for Junction. Played across the Ida. Tap it 3-2. Flag stays down. Junction are back in it.
Yep. There's no way this game was going to end at 3-1. I mean, we've had a missed penalty kick and now another goal.
It's his 5th goal of the season, Taisei Ida. It always feels like he's going to score. And that was a great sweeping move by the Junction.
Let's see.
We'll see it here. Great ball into Bravo by Inabu Lele. So unselfish by Marcus Bravo and Ida. I mean,
nice.
I think most people here in the booth, in the crowd, around are going to score that. But, of course, he had to get there.
Yeah, he had to make that run. I don't think most of the crowd could have ran the 50 yards at speed to get in front of this player. So that was really nice.
I know I couldn't have made that run. Tony, maybe you could have back in the day. Your days might be behind you. Olivia.
Those days are long gone.
Could you have made that run, you think? Yeah. Olivia, so 1 out of 3. 1 out of 3 is making that run.
In your prime, Olivia, you could have done that.
Oh, they're in trouble here. Sexton's hung onto it too long. Junction have it in the box. Inabule, he can tie it up. Great save. Still not clear. Back in by Chapko. Off the post. Saved by the keeper once again. What a chance for Osato Inabulele, and he will be wanting that one back. Nevertheless, it was a great save by Gordon. Kasim loses out. Nishizawa can go the other way. Still going Shaw Nishizawa. He's surrounded by a bunch of white shirts, and in the end, it needed Brune to tackle it away from Foot.
Well, now we know why they don't pass the ball around the back. If we're thinking, why do they always just keep transitioning and going forward so much? It's because they're not very good at being in the back.
Potter under pressure by Chapko. And the last touch came off of Iida for a throw-in. Well, what a game this has been, and what a last 20-odd minutes this is shaping up to be.
Yeah.
Bigfoot will certainly not be feeling safe with a 1-goal lead, and Junction will be brimming with confidence after that incredible goal. I'll tell you what, I think Jaguars' free kick is still the best goal, as recovering is Ernesto Aravalo to clear that out for a corner.
Yeah.
I think the free kick by Jagger Judkins is still the best goal, but that West Seattle goal just now,
smart.
And you don't really draw it up better than that.
Well, it was as if Mateo, the center forward, was still here. We hit the forward, people ran past him, he turned the defender and put it through.
Yeah, it did feel very Mejia-esque the way that Inabulele played that. Corner here for Bigfoot. Certainly don't have the height advantage in there. Not a bad ball in. Away by O'Keefe. Sent back in by Bigfoot, blocked before it really got anywhere, but that will mean another corner kick.
Yeah, that reminded me of the way that we've always played before with Mejia up front. We hit the target, he either lays it back or turns somebody and puts it through for a willing runner, and we had a willing runner.
Ignacio Brandon's right foot will provide an in-swinger. They're getting bodies on the touchline, trying to make it hard for Lucas Martin.
He really pings these in front of the goal.
Hammered in. That's another great corner. Martin punches it away. This time the second ball is won by the Junction. Bigfoot send it back in. Away by Kasim. There's Potter to hoist it, but the referee has blown for a free kick.
Yeah, he really pings those balls in there. They're hit like shots, and all you have to do is redirect it. Or if you're a defender, just get your head to it and drive it out. Okay, with a 3-2, you can see us kind of going into our we can do this type of thing. Mm-hmm. We go back, forward. Then we go back, and then we go forward. Then we go sideways.
They're moving with a little more pace now as Chepko finds Inabulele. He's gotten a bit caught up in possession, but does well to stick with it. And eventually the ball finds its way back to Connor O'Keefe. Bigfoot applying plenty of pressure as O'Keefe picks out McCammon. Chapko cuts inside away from one, finds Carmelo Kasim. Good ball wide for Richard Conces. Tried to play it low into Iida, who will still take a bit of an interest, well stuck with by the Bigfoot defender. And the referee has blown up here for something. In the end, I think it's just to have a word with some of the players. Throwing for Junction. Kasim hoists it in towards Inabulele. He nods it back. Marcus Bravo touching it wide. Bravo goes for goal, and he struck the crossbar.
Oh, my goodness.
Marcus Bravo doing his best Harry Kane impression there, cutting it wide and then firing for the near upper corner.
Terrific.
It nearly went off.
It was terrific. I mean, that's not an easy ball to take it across your body with the outside of your shooting foot and then get down and crack it like that. Wonderful. Just a wonderful shot. I mean, this game could be, like we said, it could be 6-7 at this point. I mean, we've hit the post 2 or 3 times, and we've missed a penalty kick, and it's still 3-2.
Down by O'Keefe. Conces. Kasim. Towards Iida. It's gone all the way through to Chapko. Across is Samuel Huff. Taisei Iida got his goal tally up to 5 just a few moments ago. 5 on the season, that is, as the effort is tried from range and sprawling to get there was Landon Gordon.
Holy smokes.
Thunderbolt effort by Connor O'Keefe.
That was a good shot. Did not expect that. I thought he was going to hit a cross. So did Huff. He started backing up to the back post, and suddenly there's a cracked shot.
Corner to come for West Seattle. Iida stands over it. Bigfoot are ready for the short one this time. So
we need to attack this ball.
In by Iida, dropping at the back post, missed by Huff. Still not clear, back across by the Junction. That one's blocked, and West Seattle will have a corner on the other side.
Yeah. Now, we kind of floated that one. I think we were more successful when we just pinged it across there, because really they only have Huff as somebody who heads the ball. Okay, here we go. Left-footed serve.
Hammered in towards the back post. That one dipped dangerously. And actually, that's going to be another corner.
Yep.
That was a really odd corner by West Seattle. It was hammered in hard and high and then just dropped like a rock at the back post.
It did. It was definitely curling in. I don't think he was going for an Olympico. I just think he hit it too far.
Iida will take this from the near side. It's the 3rd corner in a row for the Junction.
Good
in by
ball.
Iida. Great ball towards the back post. Headed down. Cleared off the line. Back in. O'Keefe. 3-3. It's not O'Keefe, it's Bruin. It's the other center back.
There you go. That's what we should have been doing on those other corner kicks. Just drive it dead center hard and just have people attacking the ball. Look at this.
We are being treated to a great
Boom.
game. It's O'Keefe who wins the initial header, but it's Sean Bruin, first person to be aware to it, and it is all tied up at 3. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a barn burner of a finish. 10 minutes left, 3 apiece between Junction and Bigfoot, and Junction have the momentum.
I think we have 2 more goals in this game. It feels like 2 to me. I'm sorry.
So.
I mean, both teams want to win. I mean, the Bigfoot have nothing to lose. They got to go forward because they're in last.
You want to know something?
What?
The last time Junction played Bigfoot here,
Yeah.
they were down, I believe 3-0 or 3-1. They came back and won 4-3. Couple of braces from Monty Diop and Yoshi Shelb got the win for West Seattle in dramatic fashion. Do we have a similar comeback on the cards? Junction have come back to equalize. Can they go on to win it? Kasim cut out by Potter. Brought down by McCammon. Shows too much to Nishizawa. Oh, no. It was
he was shooting.
Ignacio Brandon going for a shot, and literally that one goes out for a throw-in.
Yes. He was shooting, I swear to you. He was trying to hit the outside of his foot, and it was supposed to drop and curl at the same time into the far post.
Right.
And when you miss that, it hits a light stanchion.
Yeah.
This is going to be a great last 10 minutes.
Yeah, both teams
Oh, my
going for it.
God.
I mean, and Bigfoot, I say, do Junction have a winner in them? Do Bigfoot have a winner in them?
I think either team can do it. Right now, I think the Bigfoot. I don't think they're going to win it, but I think we're going to win it. I think Junction's got this.
Junction certainly have the momentum, having scored 2 in the last 10 or so minutes.
Yeah. Well, we're putting everything up there. We're throwing bodies up there, and everything's kind of working right now. A lot of balls in the first half, Bigfoot was trying to play really fast, and he were getting away with a lot of stuff that kind of, needed a break.
Good first touch by Marcus Bravo. He's brought down. Junction with a free kick. Interesting spot.
Another serve.
Yeah, they'll be able to get this in the box. Seems like for a second they wanted to take it short, but in the end they'll get the big lads forward and take their time.
I think they got to do this. The goalkeeper has been very good for the Bigfoot. He hasn't been a bad goalkeeper. Nothing has been his fault.
No, Gordon hasn't been able to do much about any of those goals.
No, when you ping a ball in that hard, and both goals have come dead center of the goal on a driven ball with not much drop on it.
2 options here. Swung in by Ida, headed down by Bruin, and straight at Gordon. What an opportunity for West Seattle to take the lead as Gordon has it blocked, and that's going to be a very easy yellow card for Connor O'Keefe.
Yeah, it's worth taking, though, because they were trying to get out quick.
I think so. What a chance for Sean Bruin. He just scored it. A header from point-blank range, anywhere but there, and it's probably in.
I think so. Yeah. Again, everything about this game, it's not that there isn't defense out here. It's just that the attacks are so aggressive and so direct. And I don't mean long direct. I mean they're just goal. They're everything's being funneled into the goal area as quick as they can do it, which is fun. It's not a slow, meandering pace.
Sent forward by the newly introduced left back Sabari. And there he is to win the throw-in. He's going to leave it for Ignacio Brandon as the referee will pull things back to allow for Bigfoot to make a change.
Okay.
Off comes the center forward Reese Foote, who really has not had a sniff in this one, dealt with for all 83 minutes that he played by O'Keefe and Bruin.
Well, he's been running around causing problems. I think a lot of things have come off of him, but he hasn't got any of the joy from it. Ooh.
Away by West Seattle. Ida leaves it for Kasim. He goes low into Chapko. Chapko has some room here. He's going to ping it long to Marcus Bravo, who looked to be in an offside position.
Yeah, he was.
So it's number 73, Connor O'Brien, up top. And it's interesting. I was getting pronunciations from one of the staff at Bigfoot. When he went to Connor O'Brien, he said, "Oh, no, that's just our backup goalkeeper." I'm going to go ahead and say that that was incorrect.
Yeah.
I would be shocked if they're putting their backup goalkeeper up top at 3-3 with 5 minutes to go, but you never know. Maybe he's not bad on the field. We'll see what O'Brien's got. As Iida swings it into Bravo. Long by West Seattle and well ahead of the reach of Osato Inabulele, who's filled in well at center forward in the second half.
Yeah, he's done a good job.
I think Mike Mata will maybe be wishing that he started the game like that. That's a good ball and a half-decent touch by Brandon, but Bruin was across. Man, these two center backs have had a good game for West Seattle, and Bruin tacked on a goal to his performance. Could have had a second.
I'll bet they send it in.
Irving Baca Silva towards the back post. Up and away by Aravalo. Now in the midfield is Chapko. Iida. First time forward. That's a lovely ball into the path of Osato Inabulele. He's got a runner ahead of him. Inabulele likes to take it on himself. Cutting inside and then outside. Still going Inabulele. And eventually the numbers got the better of him. Away by Sexton. Back forward by Kasim. Conces turns away from pressure. Now here's Iida just too far ahead of him. Nishizawa into Baca Silva. And that pass off the mark from Sean Nishizawa.
We're really putting the pressure on right now.
Yeah.
I mean, they really have to string some skillful passes together to beat what we're doing because we're coming at them for everything. We can taste it, and we're going to take it off of them.
Conces back to Bruin. Oh, dangerous pass by Bruin, and lucky for him that O'Brien wasn't quite ready for it. Junction get away with one.
Maybe he was a goalkeeper.
Aravalo, low. It's fallen for Chapko, but there is Landon Sexton to get it away, but he's only got it as far as McCammon. Inabulele touches in front, goes for goal with his left, and got all the way under it.
Field goal. That was 3. I told you there'd be 3 goals in here.
Now here comes a change for West Seattle, and it looks like it's going to be a change at right winger. Marcus Bravo comes off. He's replaced by Brian De La Rosa. And immediately De La Rosa showing some pace and conceding a free kick. De La Rosa, Bellevue College, or formerly of Bellevue College, graduated back in 2023.
We've got 3 minutes left, but it feels like there's another goal in this game.
I think so.
Doesn't it feel like it? I mean, it's just...
Here's O'Brien. Yeah, maybe he is a backup goalkeeper.
Yeah, everybody's just going. You can feel everybody wants to win this game. Everybody feels it's there. We just have to do 1 or 2 good things.
Long by Martin. A little bit too long, although Huff is headed upward when he probably should have just left it for the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
One back in midfield momentarily by Bigfoot. Step wasn't quick enough from Sean Bruin. Hoisted in the direction of Nishizawa. He is able to keep it in. Tackle was made by Kasim, but only as far as Jagger Judkins. Looking for Brandon, who's got there. Ignacio Brandon trying to work on the Junction defender. Cleared only as far as Judkins inside the D of the 18-yard box. Judkins goes down. Referee doesn't blow for that and does blow for a foul.
He's going for a penalty.
Player.
He was going to get a penalty at the top of the box there, Judkins.
Ernesto Aravalo winning the free kick for West Seattle. And we've got Judkins still down on the turf.
He's rolling around now. He's like a bowling ball. He's just rolling.
He's just rolling. Well, he's been rolling this game.
Yeah.
He's had quite a good one.
Oh, he's had a great game.
Scored from the spot and then scored that exquisite free kick to make it 3-1.
Well, you remember my theory. If you miss a penalty kick, you don't deserve to win. They missed a penalty kick. They don't deserve to win.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Well, just think about it. What's the difference? 4-1 is a big difference, man.
Oh, yeah. No, I told you. The swing there was massive.
Yeah.
And Junction, after that, went on and tied it up as that was a pretty clear push in the back on Inabulele.
I think we're getting tired hoping for fouls.
Yeah. Decent amount of fresh legs on the pitch. A lot of them in the wide areas. Oh, what's O'Keefe doing? Giving away in midfield. Here's Baca Silva.
He's going
Wide
to
now
serve
for
it.
O'Brien. Fires one in across the face of goal. That was a dangerous one. Brune got it clear before it really made any sort of a threat. Sent back in by Bigfoot. Across goes Sean Brune. And has actually won a goal kick off of the center forward, Connor O'Brien.
Okay, I think I saw the ref.
Time.
Did he see how much time? It looked like he had 3 fingers up, but I'm not sure. Oh, look
Hoisted
at that.
Forward by McCammon. Does Iida have the pace? Yes, he does.
He does.
5 minutes of stoppage time as Iida lets it go. That time Nishizawa got the better of him. I think Iida's feeling the hour and a half of sprinting.
Yeah, I think the legs are getting a bit tired, a little bit sloppier. Like I said, I think they're trying to put the ball in a dangerous area and then hope somebody gets a pulled muscle and then they get a free kick or something.
As we say, we're about to enter the first of 5 minutes of stoppage time. This is a good play by Bigfoot down the right-hand side, but that cross.
That was bad
catching
cross.
Practice for Martin.
Yeah, that was not so good. He had a lot of space, but again, I think that they wanted to get the ball in front of the goal and have something happen.
McCammon into Aravalo. Good turn into space. De La Rosa swings it across for Carmelo Kasim. He's muscling his way forward. Can't find Inabulele. Recovering is Conces to cover for Kasim and has done a very good job of it. Gets it into Chapko. A lot of space in midfield. O'Brien recovers and forces Chapko to turn around into Conces. Iida.
Nice.
Conces. Couldn't find Inabulele. Iida gets it back from Inabulele. Forward into Richard Conces. Trying to turn the corner, goes down. Did not look like a penalty, but it's not clear.
Offside.
Iida's pick it back up, and the flag is up for offside.
Yeah. Tired legs, put the ball in dangerous areas, stumble over somebody, get a free kick.
Yeah, it does feel like the legs have gone, and I think West Seattle are going to try and remedy that with a couple more changes when the referee allows them to bring them in.
Well,
That will be now. So Iida's coming off, as is Conces.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see who the two are coming in. That's Chase Larson is one of them.
Well, the heart's there.
And Mateo Herrera.
And the desire's there. It's just the legs are not all there.
Larson and Herrera replacing Conces and Iida. So Larson will play in the left, Herrera through the middle.
Wow, that guy is...
on the left-hand side. Inaki Santa Marina has been very, very good. Here's Chase Potter.
Okay, here they go.
Passed by Inabulele, forced backward for the moment.
Of course, we had 10 people behind the ball. The intelligent thing was to go back, but, they just haven't gone back very much.
Potter's got it down the left, and he's muscled out of there by the Junction defender. Looked like it was O'Keefe. Done a very good job.
Martin, the goalkeeper, has got the ball back up. He wants to send a 60-yard. There it is, 60 yards.
Hoisted by Martin, headed backwards by Sexton. Huff wins the second ball. Baca Irving, they've lost out. Junction tried to attack down the right. It's blocked, but it's fallen to Osatu Inabulele.
Okay.
Here's Chase Larson. Plays it back first time into Mateo Herrera. Kasim. Inabulele leaves it for De La Rosa. He's got it across.
Uh-oh.
Not quite cleared. Headed down by the Junction. That was Ernesto Aravalo. And now Bigfoot can look to counter.
Here they go.
Aravalo's
3
out
on
of position.
3.
Got it down the left with Judkins. He swings it long for Ignacio Brandon. Defended by Kasim. Brandon on his right foot. Fakes. Still goes down to his right. Well defended by the Junction.
Good
There's
job.
Brune to get across and win a throw-in.
He really wanted a shot. That was a dribble to shoot. He's trying to shoot. Just find a space, and we just didn't give him a space.
Santa Marina looking for Nishizawa. Kasim wants the throw-in and will get it.
I think Kasim's made quite a bit of difference on this left side. His skill isn't top drawer, but his speed is ridiculous.
He's a real athlete.
Yes.
McCammon puts in a bit of a half-hearted tackle. It falls to Potter, who's pulled down from behind, and that is probably the easiest yellow card that the referee will ever have to give. Goes the way of Teo Herrera.
Well, you could see that Huff was trying to get into a shooting position. I bet you, with his legs, with his size, if he can get a strike on goal, it's probably a rocket.
With about 60 seconds left, that is a good yellow card.
That's a great yellow card.
It's a really good foul by Herrera.
Because he was going right into that shooting space, and you could see Huff was just going to whack the ball. As it is, they still got to deal with Huff going in and heading it.
Yeah. It's a bit long for a shot.
No, it's not going to. He's not going to shoot. He's going to drop it in there about the 12-yard line and hope that Huff can get in underneath it and flick it on.
Mm-hmm. We'll see who it is to take. In by Judkins. In fact, he's gone short to the the near side. Well defended over there by Aravalo. Thrown to come for Bigfoot. 5 minutes have gone. Maybe the last chance of the game. Cleared by Junction, only as far as Bigfoot at the top of the box, and that volley is over the bar. And that will be it. So 3-3 is the final score in what is and has been an incredible game, in what is an incredible fixture. Over the last 3 games between these teams, we've had 17 goals.
I know. It was great. And the game felt like there was, even when there weren't goals, it felt like goal moments. It was really good. Very exciting.
I mean, what a match. It was so exciting from minute 1 to minute 90. Teams looked like scoring all the time. We saw some pretty good goals. That one from Judkins, that free kick was excellent. Yida's goal, his finish was easy, right? It was a tap-in, but that sweeping movement by the Junction was excellent.
Yeah, good build-up play.
Others. Bigfoot showed up.
Yeah.
They really came to play.
It was fun to watch. I mean, they were a quick, dark. Like I said, I think that there were quite a few moments in the first half where their speed of play was really beyond their abilities, but it popped in front of them, and they just kept going. So it was good. I loved it. Very nice. It was good. And, the Junction had great character because 3-1, at this point you could go, well, it doesn't matter.
And especially without their focal point going forward, Alex Mejia.
Yeah.
Like, that really is how they play. And, you say, well, Iida's got the most amount of goals. He's got 5 now. And, yes, he's been maybe their most dynamic forward, but everything they do goes through Mejia.
That's right.
Like, he's the attack.
Yeah, they use him as a focal point so everybody can target that. It makes it much easier when you're a team and you've got one guy that you've got to hit, and then everybody just runs off of him.
And what they tried to do initially was they put Marcos Bravo at center forward, and I think Mike Mata was hoping they could change the style. Turns out they couldn't really. They're too used to Mejia. So in the second half, they push Inabulele up, say, all right, you're big and good, play center forward, and it ends up working out well. And then the question is what would have happened if we had started with Inabulele at center forward?
Yeah, well, it makes a big difference. Like I said, if you got a target player to hit, it makes it easy. And it also, it's not surprising that your big target guy is not your leading goal scorer because everybody's running off of them. The big target is pulling people to him like, gravity. And so the players can run off of them. And they did a great job. It was a great comeback, great character. Bigfoot came to play. They if you paid money to see this game, you got your money's worth.
You got your money's worth, absolutely. I mean, what an evening it's been for these people here. They got to see the United States go through against Bosnia, and then they got to see what can only really be described as cinema on the pitch.
It's really good. Very, very entertaining.
Well, before we go, big thank you to our broadcast director, Olivia Dubois. Thank you for being with us on Sports Engine Play. Thank you, Tony Cruda, for being with me. And we leave you from the Nino Cantu Athletic Complex. Final score,